variance concluded, the members of the board will deliberate and render a decision. Members with a personal or financial interest in any request are required to recuse themselves from voting. Any testimony submitted by the petitioner on behalf of the request or during the presentation will be binding as to the decision the board makes. These sessions are videotaped and recorded for the purposes of clarifying what we've done. And they make a record of it too. All right, I'd like to introduce the members of the board, starting on my left, Mr. Bart Prince down there. And next is Mr. Bo Holmes. To my right is Barry Robinson, and then Blake Markham, and then Diane Burke. And I am George Howell, the Vice Chairman. Our Chairman, Mr. John Stanley, is not here today. I'd like to start this like we usually do with prayer, so come on down, Bart, it's all right. Yeah. So I'm going to give a prayer. Let us all bow our heads, please. Heavenly Father, we are here today by your good graces to do the work of the city of Montgomery, and we do it voluntarily. And we ask that you give us guidance as we go through the process, and that we make the best decision available for those seeking the variance and those affected by it, and for the good of the city of Montgomery. We pray for your guidance in Jesus' name. Amen. Now we're going to say the national anthem. The Pledge of Allegiance, not the national anthem. Sorry. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty. We are ready to go. Item 1 on the agenda, Jeffcoat Engineers and Surveyors at 1120 Anderson Road.
Mr. Jeffcoat.
I'm Guthrie Jeffcoat of 928 South Hull Street, representing Mr. Eunice Corzo today, the petitioner. And you see there that we have a request to allow us to maintain a 1,208 square foot accessory building without a main dwelling. You'll note that there's a typo there. It's really 19.8 foot wide and not 9.8 foot wide. It's big enough to park a tractor or a boat or any outdoor equipment like that. So I have him with me in case he needs to give you any answers that I can't. He lives in a subdivision in Prattville that the restrictions will not allow structures such as this. So this will be, we accommodating him out in what's still the country. So we'd appreciate your positive vote.
Okay, will this structure have electricity in it?
Yes, that's one of the things that hung him up was when he went to get electrical service. They until they found out he cleared with the city, they wouldn't do it. So yes, he wants electrical service. And
okay, what about plumbing, running water?
You gonna have water? Yes.
Okay, and do you plan to have plumbing in there also, like a toilet?
No, he doesn't.
Just running water.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, water and electricity. And you're using the building for what?
Storage. I have a couple trucks and...
They're not going to be able to hear him.
Step over to the mic.
Yeah, I have a couple of vehicles and I have a boat and some jet skis. I can't have on my residence because I have HOA and I can't park in, so I need to have this place so I can put it there. And, yeah.
So, Mr. Jeffcoat, so what kind of structure is it? Is it a metal structure, metal siding?
No siding on it, it's metal shed, really.
Speak in that mic if you don't mind.
It's a metal shed without sides.
Okay.
Okay, it's a pole barn, sort of.
It's a pole barn.
Yeah, so-
Exactly, I'm sorry.
So there won't be a toilet there because there's no walls.
Okay,
All right.
Okay.
So there's running water.
well
I
said.
don't know how to think.
Yeah.
You need to give them your address, for the record. You didn't do that. Tell them where you reside.
Look, I guess, 1970, Chancellor Ridge Road, Prattville, 36066 area.
Okay.
And are there any other structures like this in the area?
My property or something?
No, outside of your property, within a mile of this property, are there any other accessory structures like this?
It's not dense, but there are some sporadically located.
Are there mainly homes or trailers or what's out there?
Both,
Okay.
Do we have an address for this site?
sir,
An address for this site?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand.
An address for this site.
Yeah, it's on Anderson Road.
Yeah, 1120 Anderson Road.
Okay.
So the only reason it's here is because there's no other main structure, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Where do you live? Do you live adjacent to this?
No, he lives in Prattville.
You live in Prattville, and this is, okay. Okay, anyone on the board have any other questions? All right, anyone in the audience wish to speak on this item? Hearing nothing, I'll ask for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, motion to approve is second. Those in favor, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay,
Thank you.
you got it. Come back to see us. Okay, let me say this to the people in the audience. When you get up here, talk in the microphone so everybody can hear you like you hear me. Don't talk back here because you can't hear it. You got it? Talk in the microphone, and that man over yonder will make it loud enough for us to hear. Otherwise, we can't tell what's going on. This building was built in 1932 or 36, and it was made to look pretty, not to have good acoustics, and it does not have good acoustics, and it looks okay. All right, next, item 2, presented by Patrick Grant. And tell us your name and your address, please. I didn't say that.
My name is Vanessa Grant at 4340 Richardson Road.
Okay. And what do y'all want to do?
About my 8-foot fence,
Okay, your 8-foot fence. Now, we've got a picture of that.
yes, sir.
That fence is already built, is it not?
It's a what?
It is. It's built.
Do you have the fence there already?
Yes,
Okay. And that fence is 2 feet higher than the fence from next door, correct?
yes. Only reason why I did that to block his cameras out, because every time I leave it out of my house, he watching me. And I don't have no privacy, and then harassing me. I already got a protective restraining order against him.
Okay, so you want an 8-foot fence so your neighbor can't see you, right?
And harass me.
And harass you.
Yes.
What does he do?
He already threatened to shoot me, so I'm gonna protect my family.
All right, let me say this. The police department is supposed to protect you from people trying to shoot you. And you could build a fence as tall as anything in the world, and it may or may not protect you from people
Right,
that want
right.
to shoot you, okay? I'm through moralizing. All right. The fence that we see is a wooden fence,
Right.
and it is next to the fiberglass or plastic fence with your next door neighbor.
Correct.
Okay,
Did we approve the fence next door, by the way? Because it doesn't look like it meets requirements. I'm just curious if we approved it at some point.
Which side?
The white fence, the neighbor's fence.
We have seen these
I mean,
pictures
it's
before.
all in the front and on the side. I don't know that we have, would we have approved that?
I believe they've cut, the white one has been cut down. They only have that section, the brown section back. That white one has been cut down.
So somebody cut the white fence down.
Yes. No, it's still up.
It's still open. It never been touched at all.
Okay, well, we need to check on that as well.
Yeah, we'll send
We'll
our
check into it.
zoning inspector out to have a look at it. But I agree, I think this one's been brought to our attention before. We'll send the zoning inspector back out.
Okay, well,
So why don't we wait until we find out if that fence, because then maybe they could lower both of them. That doesn't have to be 8 feet.
I think what we said before was that the white fence needed to be pulled back from the road. Is that right?
I believe that was it, yes.
Has that happened?
No.
Okay. The reason we say that is so that people leaving either house can see if there's any traffic coming,
Right.
right?
People walking.
And people walking by and that sort of thing.
It's basically a blind spot. Nobody can see anything. So it basically fighting against your will.
The way it is now is a blind
Correct.
spot.
It's still up there, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
You can see it right here.
Yeah,
It's on both sides.
Right.
In the front, you have to move part of that too. But anyway, that's not what we're here. But
okay. We have tried to deal with the white fence before. I'll entertain a motion about this what do we want to do?
well, I guess ask anybody if they have any more questions first.
Hey, does anybody have any more questions on the board?
I got a question. Is the white fence your fence already, or
No,
that's,
sir.
No, they
that's the neighbor's fence?
sir. It's the neighbors, yes, sir.
It's the next door neighbor.
Because 3 feet is all that's allowed, and we have to approve above 3
Yes.
feet. So if we didn't even, we just don't know for sure whether we approved, did we approve the 8 feet but made them go back 10 feet from the,
It wasn't us.
Believe the neighbouring fence is 6 feet, the white fence.
oh, it's 6 feet, okay.
Yeah, and I believe the direction was to pull it back,
Okay,
but obviously that's not been done.
right.
So maybe we want to deal with both of these at the same time. If I'm correct, this is a neighbour dispute, I believe?
Basically, yes, sir.
Yeah, and so we've got two neighbours putting up fences that are higher than allowed. So you can either make a decision on this one tonight and we can send the zoning inspector back out for the white fence, or you can delay the 8-foot fence tonight until we get the white fence resolved.
Okay. Guys, I don't know if y'all agree, but I'm okay leaving the 8 foot because it's far enough back. And if we can get the other neighbor to move his white a little further back, I don't think that'll affect anything. What do y'all think?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
And if it's gonna block cameras for her and feel like she's better protected from him watching her, then I mean, I don't think it's.
I think you're right.
Okay,
Is that the neighbor that you're having the trouble with, the one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
all right. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve as requested.
The 8-foot
8 foot fence.
board fence.
Second.
Okay, second. All those in favor, raise your hand. Okay, your fence is approved.
Thank you.
The way it is, and we'll see about the white plastic fence as time goes by. It's something should have already happened, and it hasn't, but
No.
we'll take care of that. The city
Okay.
will take care of that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, that was easier. Okay. Next. Item 3, presented by Sam Yu.
Wow. Okay, here we go. Help a Brother Out Foundation. Okay.
All right, tell us what you want to, give us your name and tell us what you want to do.
My name is Sam Yu. The address is 1803 French Street. I represent Help a Brother Out Foundation. I prepared a PowerPoint for you guys as well, and I'll answer most of your questions. If we could present the PowerPoint, please. So Help a Brother Out Foundation, how we got started was, if you could go to the next slide. My younger brother, David Yu, he was killed due to gun violence, and so we decided to do something positive in his memory instead of something negative. And if we can go to the next slide, please. The things that we do in Montgomery, we have, which we are a nonprofit, we have set up partnerships with the Heart of Alabama Food Bank. We conduct mobile food pantries, which we feed anywhere from 600 to 800 people every month. We provide food to not only this community, but everybody in Montgomery. Not only that, we have a community garden where we grow fresh produce, where people can come to our site and pick fresh produce absolutely free. We don't charge anybody anything, and we never have. And that is big, especially with the prices of groceries these days. And it has an economic impact. Instead of them having to, put themselves at risk by stealing produce or stuff out the stores, they can come here and get it for free, and it is very utilized. And on top of that, we also host gardening workshops. We partner with Eat South and the Extension Office, the USDA. We have several partnerships where we go out there and we teach people not only how to grow their own food, but we send them home with growing kits. And we also have a partnership with MPS where kids come out there. We not only teach them how to grow the food, we teach them how to maintain it, and we also teach them how to cook it as well. So everything as far as agriculture, we teach them. We even teach them how to compost. We also host community events out there, yoga, CPR training. We give away free clothes and free shoes. And we've been doing this for almost 2 years. Here is, it's one thing talking about it, but when you're actually able to put your eyes on what I'm saying, it's different. And these are some pictures from our food drives that we conduct at the community center with Parks and Recreation. And here are pictures of the garden, things we grow, things we do out there at the garden. And like you see, we have a large turnout whenever we do anything at the garden to teach our kids the importance of knowing where their food comes from and how their food is made. And I really believe no one can help our kids like we can help our kids, if we can. Not only our impacts residents here in Montgomery, but we have a far reach. As you guys know, the tornado that just hit Dallas County, we are able to go out there with our partners with the American Red Cross, which we are in partnership with the American Red Cross, a part of their adaptation program. And I'll let them speak on that. We were able to go out to Dallas County and not only do assessments, but actually meet with the residents that were impacted. If we can, go to the next slide. And then, as far as crime go, I really think our garden has made an impact on crime, because you have to get these kids while they're still on the fence. You have to get these kids while they're still teachable. And what we do is we try to mentor these kids while we still can out here at the garden. And we've been doing a great job. The thing is, when these kids come out, we have a porta potty. And it's really time for us to get some plumbing. And that's one of the reasons why we're here, because we have so many kids, and that porta potty, it gets nasty. If we can, go to the next slide. Here are some of our other partnerships and some of our other sponsors that help us out at the garden. We have the support of Commissioner Isaiah Sankey. We even have support of Fresh Springs, American Red Cross, AKA Sisters are here with us tonight. Eat South, the Newtown Community Organization, Tuskegee, the Extension Office. If you can, go to the next slide. Thank you. In your packet, you have support letters from various different peoples and companies as well. If we can, go to the next slide. Here are some of the events that we have already planned coming up, where we focus on mental health in the community, where a lot of these people, they have been underserved. And I think if we can focus on mental health in our community, letting them know, hey, instead of throwing your life away, go sit down 25 minutes, calm down, breathe. Think about what you're finna do. We have Plant a Seed Day, another food giveaway, a community cookout, first aid CPR training, and we even have a partnership with Clean City MGM, where they're using our site coming up on March 31st to help clean up the neighborhood. If you can, go to the next slide. Which we already talked about why this garden is important to be here and why we need our water, why we need our sewer services, the food access. Newtown is a historically black neighborhood founded in 1838, and basically it's nowhere for these people in this residence in the neighborhood to get fresh produce, but it's always somewhere where they can walk and get a alcoholic beverage. It's just, this garden is so important to this community. From the economic benefits, the community building, healthier alternatives, in reducing crime, this garden is so important to this community. If we can, go to the next slide. The reason we are here, we're requesting a variance for these storage sheds without a dwelling to also allow our hens to lay fresh eggs for the community, because with the eggs that are there, all the eggs they lay we give away absolutely free. We will also like permission to allow sewer and electrical service, because we really need to convert one of those sheds into a restroom for the kids there at the garden. If we can, go to the next slide. Here I have drawn out a layout of the property. We have, which is going to be the restroom, that shed in the back, the chicken coop, our greenhouse, the tool shed, the other shed where we have like a clothing closet where we keep the clothes and the canned goods for community members in time of emergency or if they're hungry. If you can, go to the next slide, please. We were a bit on the property line, so we went ahead and hired Jeffcoat that just left. And what he's doing, he's making it into, because we own two lots right there next to each other, he's taking that and he's merging them into one plat for us. And we've already taken care of that. Can you go to the next slide, please? All right, thank you, that's it. Any questions?
Okay, well, you're doing a good thing. Your motives are laudable. What we're concerned about is the number of structures and meeting the code. How many of these structures are already built, A, B, C, D, and E?
So they're already, they're pre-made. So when you say built, they're sheds that you order. So you have 3 sheds and 1 greenhouse that we cultivate our seedlings out of. Literally, nothing's in there but seedlings.
Okay.
Was this a complaint?
No, it was not.
No, it wasn't, and I think there's a couple of other important things as well, because we did meet. This was not a complaint, and I don't believe there's been any complaints from the community. And I think you also confirmed that all your temporary structures meet the required setbacks. So I think you confirmed that the buildings would meet the setbacks required for the site?
Yes, the building will meet the requirements, and then we also have, we will get it.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to consider that with the new zoning code coming up, we are considering a use type similar to an urban farm. So, you know, this does seem to have quite a bit of support and benefit for the neighbourhood from what was discussed. And again, the structures, strictly speaking, are temporary. There's nothing to a fixed foundation, I believe.
No.
Okay.
All right, board members, any other questions?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, stand by.
You go ahead, go ahead.
All right.
I'm concerned about access. Access. Mr. Yu, how are you accessing this? Are you entering from French Street?
So French Street, you can access it off of North Decatur. So it branches off, and then, like I said, it's a main street, but it's also a dead-end street.
No, I'm saying, are you coming into your project off of French Street?
Or Op Street, are you entering?
From French Street. How are you entering your project, your site?
Oh, I mean,
Where's your driveway to this place?
it's right there next to the mailbox. It's street
And
access.
it's on French Street?
Yes, it's on street access.
Now, is it causing any traffic problems?
No, ma'am.
With that much participation, you not?
So we also partner with the neighboring church, so they use their parking lot to park their cars.
Okay.
Is most of your, I mean, is it walk-up traffic or is it actually cars?
Walk-up traffic.
Okay.
It's people in the neighborhood.
Yes, so I will explain to you that the people in the neighborhood that I support, they suffer from mental illnesses, and they also suffer from drug abuse. These are people that can't sit down and fill out applications that are getting help from me, yes.
So, my only concern with the sanitary facilities is that it needs to be a permanent structure. It doesn't need to be a toilet in one of these sheds. You need to have a foundation, you need to have stud walls, you need to build a bathroom.
So when you say that, we can't convert like a storage shed into a bathroom?
No, because
What are some of our options? Can you give me some options, please?
I mean, I think you need to have someone draw a plan for a bathroom and build it with, plumbing, concrete, stud frame walls, another roof that's going to have gutters so that water's not going off onto your neighbor's property, anything like that. It needs to be it doesn't need to be just you resurrect some old shed into a bathroom.
1 second, if I may, can I allow my representatives to speak?
Please do.
Sorry. It's not that I'm an expert in this area. I represent our partnership with the Red Cross in our area. We have partnered through our community adaptation program, and I only interject right here because we put a couple $1 million into Montgomery in the last couple of years through this program with the Red Cross. Some of that has gone in this partnership with Sam, and so some of those sheds the Red Cross has donated. And so I want to just understand it. If one of those buildings, these are buildings that we order from a company who does construct them and then bring them, so they have stud walls. But if we could get somebody to come in and put a foundation underneath there, do you think that would mean kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think that would be fine if it's got a standard.
Because it was brand new and constructed and brought and put up there.
Yeah, I think we need
just something with more foundation.
Yeah, it needs a foundation.
Well, code compliant and to meet ADA accessibility issues also, as far as
exactly.
restroom. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think that's important. They would need a permit anyway, so whatever they put there would have to meet current building requirements. And that would be the call of the building department. It wouldn't be us. So obviously you would need a permit for installing water and sewer, and so they'll point you in the right direction as to what it is you would need to do.
Other than that,
okay.
Y'all agree that's pretty important?
Yeah.
I don't want sewer just running out on the
Right.
I mean,
How? Go ahead.
That's what I wanted to make clear was that, we want to complete the project, I think, more than anything for Sam, not only for Sam, but for Montgomery and that Newtown community. So if we're committed to finish it with him, so whatever that means, you know, not like there's indefinite funds, but we want to make sure that it gets completed so that we can have a better experience. To me, and I'm sure to everybody else in that community, it's a better experience to have a fixed bathroom rather than these porta potties for, you know, for every other reason.
Well, if we approve it, it would be approved based on you guys building a facility that meets all the city codes.
For the restroom.
For the restroom. I think we're all for it. I think it's a great project and a great idea, and I think it'd be great for the neighborhood and the city. We just want to make sure the building meets the city code. So.
But you do understand the need for a restroom, what you have to have for that. Plumbing.
If we could get a copy of all the requirements and all.
They'll get all that with you.
Okay, if y'all could, we will abide by all the.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you're building a structure that's got some permanence to it, because you got to run pipes to it and away from it and all sorts of stuff. That's all. You can't have a temporary toilet, can you?
Understandable, yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve as requested based on the fact that they would need to build the sanitary structure has to be built meeting all city codes, and that they only have hens, no roosters.
Oh yeah, about the chickens, okay.
Yeah, we don't have any roosters.
And that y'all also meet the city requirements for the coop for that size.
It does.
Okay.
I checked.
Okay. So that's my motion.
Okay. Everybody understand?
I'll second.
Second. All right. Everybody understand the motion? Just a minute. Does anybody in the audience want to speak on this item in opposition or anything? It's a public hearing. Okay. If not, the motion is, as discussed, with restrictions of...
We do. Okay.
You can't talk back there. Come up front, talk in the microphone. If you talk back there, you're talking to yourself.
Please provide your name.
I'm Candace Clark, PhD student at Tuskegee University, and I'm also an employee at the university. And I work with our Urban Ag Innovation Center on 595 Grady. And I just wanted to express support for Sam because we've partnered with him, and he's been awesome in terms of helping us to do extension in the community further. So thank you for your approval, and
We hadn't approved it yet, but we're close.
you know, in the spirit of hope.
Yeah.
We got a motion, we got a second. All those in favor of Bo's motion, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you're approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Just get with them and they'll kind of lead you in the right direction.
Good luck.
Yeah, we need a lot more of those in that area.
Okay. Next on the agenda is item 4. And next door is item 5. Item 4 is at 49 Garden Street. And item 5 is at 51 Garden Street with the same petitioner, Mr. Nicholas Ramirez. And y'all are here to speak on that. Okay. And this comes as a complaint.
This may be our first donkey.
Maybe.
Look out.
It's not our first hippopotamus.
No. We had a unicorn one time.
Okay.
You know you're right.
All right, go ahead.
Well, we're here today, and I need to know.
State your name.
What
sir.
I need to be.
Tell us your name, sir, please.
And I need to know what we got to be. My name?
Your name.
Well, my name is Nicholas Ramirez.
Okay.
And what's your address?
And we'll just say my address is 49 Garden Street.
Okay, you live at 49, all right?
49. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, we're trying to find out what's going on, you know, about all this complaints that we had.
You want to know about the complaint, or you want to get the donkey approved?
Before, they were saying about roosters, my chickens, and we got rid of all those self-field
Okay.
animals in there. Like 4 chickens, baby sis, and 4 goats. Rest of them, the roosters, they gone. The donkey is gone.
The donkey's gone?
Yeah.
I didn't think that y'all were gonna approve it, so we just went ahead and took him to the auction.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, because he was kind of noisy, and I think that's what, was causing a lot of the complaints anyways. And then now they've complained about his fence and then my fence on my side. So I'm here as well for my fence. And I guess the complaining was gonna go on and go on until we got rid of the donkey. I think that was the whole problem they were having. I'm not really sure, because I've had my fence up for 3 years. He's had his up for 3 years. And we're just now getting complaints on it. So I put mine up because we live in a high crime facility, and I was just trying to keep the crime down, because we got like an empty house beside mine. A lot of bandit people were staying in it, and then he kind of did the same to keep the same on his. But I guess we need to maybe take them down, put gaps or something like that into it to get it in to protocol, I guess.
Okay, so which one do you live? 51 or 49?
I got 55.
You're
I'm
55, so
gonna be one
he
of the
has
next.
49 and 51?
49.
Yeah,
You-
he's
you
49
live-
and 51.
You live in both houses, or is your family?
He owns both of them.
Okay.
Okay.
So the only thing we're concerned with right now is a 3-foot height variance
Mhm.
and a front yard variance for a fence. Because the donkey's
So is it
gone.
able to be able to stay the way it is, or do we have to take them down to the 3 foot?
Okay.
Just a minute.
I know, but we still need to rule on it though. Whether the donkey's gone or not, that way they can't bring the donkey back.
Okay, all right. But
I think to try and keep it clear, item number 4 is the request to keep the donkey.
All right, let's go ahead and
So
do that one.
I believe that's possibly going to be withdrawn if the donkey, so they would need to confirm that on the record, and then we can move on to the next ones. Yeah.
Do you want to withdraw it, or do you want us to go ahead and just vote as if they still have it and go ahead and just vote against it?
Well, you no longer have the donkey, do you? It's
Okay.
yeah.
So it's moot?
So she needs to confirm that they're withdrawing this.
Withdrawing that application.
But he does. He needs to, because she's not even a party to
Yeah.
this. Okay.
Yeah, she's a neighbor.
Okay, so if you can confirm that you no longer have the donkey and this application is void and you're withdrawing it, that takes care of that one if you can confirm on the record.
Mr. Ramirez, will you just say that you're withdrawing item number 4? Just say you're withdrawing item number 4.
Yeah.
Please,
Okay.
please.
And for clarification, there's no request in item 4 for any poultry or anything. It is only for the donkey.
Okay, now let's go to number 5.
Okay, number 5. All right, and that's the fence variance.
Height and front.
Height and front feet, the front yard variance. All right. When this says complaint, did this complaint come from a neighbor, or did it come from the city? It came from the city?
No, this was anonymous.
No, it came from a neighbor.
A neighbor, okay. Anonymous, all right, so, let's look at the fence.
So they have a 6-foot.
Oh, okay, we got a brick fence with,
They said it was the fence on the side of 51 Garden Street. You know that white fence that doesn't have any gaps in between it?
yeah,
They said that one had to come down, or we had to put gaps in between them to be in, I guess, the protocol for it. Either go down 3 feet, or they can put gaps in between them.
So it's just the side fence that we're dealing with, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Well,
Not
that's
the
what they
front?
told me.
Just the 6 foot fence here. Yeah, I believe it's the 6 foot side fence.
6 foot side fence that comes to the road. Okay.
But that was only to help keep the animals in, so now they're complaining about a fence that's helping keep the animals in. I just don't get, what can we, I mean,
Pretty good to me.
Okay, and you're saying now, as far as the fence goes, all the animals are gone?
besides the couple he's got in his backyard, yes, sir. He's got a couple goats. He's got like 3 or 4 goats and a couple hens still.
Yeah, we approved those
And
last
then y'all
time.
approved them last time, yeah, but
Okay.
he wanted to know if he could keep his fence up because it's not bothering any of the neighbors around him, or do we really have to take it down to 3 feet?
Did you guys have this fence up the last time you came, or you just put
Yes,
the
sir.
fence
It's
up?
been up 3 years. Both of them have them, his fence and my fence. That's why I don't understand what's the problem all of a sudden now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we understand the conditions. Is there anybody in the audience that wants to speak on this item, on item number 5 on the agenda? Okay, hearing nothing, I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve as requested. Make a motion to approve as requested.
Okay.
Well, I would like to amend it, make a motion to approve the fence as requested, but deny the poultry and livestock that's on number 5.
All right.
Yeah, the donkey.
Well, number 5 only has the donkey, and the donkey's gone, and they withdrew the donkey.
Well, that was for number 4.
Okay.
Number 5 has the donkey on there too, I'm assuming.
All right. So,
No, it doesn't. It just says the donkey travels between it. The request is just a 3-foot height variance and a 30-foot front variance.
yeah.
Okay, I got you.
All right. All right, the motion is to approve the variance.
And a special exception to keep one donkey, so no.
Yeah.
No.
So it's actually in both.
Yeah, it's in both.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I second.
you want me to just restate mine?
Yeah, you just read it
Okay.
and I'll second.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to approve item number 5, to approve a 3-foot height variance and the 30-foot front yard variance, and without allowing a donkey to remain on the property.
That's the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a second. All those in favor of the motion as stated, amended and seconded, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay,
So
you
just
got
be-
to, huh?
So just to be clear, you saying the fence can stay?
Fence can
Yes,
stay.
Yes, ma'am.
the fence can stay, but you can never have a donkey there.
Excuse me, what about if I can put an iron fence?
You're good where it is now.
Good way it is, you don't have to do anything to the fence.
But ask them, they can help you with, if you wanted to change it to an iron fence, you probably could.
I mean, because that's what I like to, iron fence all the way around.
All the way around.
That's what I got in my house.
What is it now? Is it wood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he has an iron fence, he wouldn't have to come
Yeah,
back
'cause
because it's
you
got
can see
gaps in
through
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just see them.
Ask them. That's a question
You
of
gotta help.
city law.
Thank you, you're good.
You're good.
Okay.
Hard to tell sometimes, but you're good.
Another complaint. Here we go.
Here we go. All right. Are we having fun? Okay.
Oh, hold on. She's in Garden Street. This is her. This is Amber Murray. She's gonna have to come back up.
Okay. All right, item 6 is you.
You're fine.
Amber Murray, 55 Garden Street.
Okay. You have the same fence, the same kind of fence?
Yes, sir, same way, same everything.
All right.
But you see how that house right beside mine is like an abandoned house? They had people staying on the porch sleeping, and I didn't like it, so I put the fence up years ago
Okay, so
to
she has
keep
a
them from
privacy
coming
fence.
toward my stuff.
Yeah, same thing.
They would hop over my fence, like,
Right.
Okay, so that fence, that
Yes, sir.
fence comes to the street.
yes, sir.
Okay.
This is one we need to put an iron fence.
If I can keep it like that, I'm gonna keep it. the way I want it.
I'd like for them to move that back about
We put them in a
5 feet. What do y'all think?
It's all the way up
Well,
to the sidewalk.
just if you move it back 5 feet, then the people walking down the sidewalk, they don't get run over. Because they can't see anybody walking down the sidewalk now.
Okay, we understand about the fence, but what we're concerned about is everybody has a good sight line. Pulling out of your driveway, pulling into your driveway, and people walking down the sidewalk, etc. So,
What is that hurting? Because there ain't but 3 other houses down there, and that's a dead-end road.
If somebody's walking down the sidewalk, you can't see them because your fence is blocking your view, okay?
Okay.
So we don't want you to back into somebody. We do this with everybody that comes that has these fences.
so we're going to ask you to pull that fence back about 5 feet from where it is now. Just pull it back from the street about 5 feet.
So,
Does anybody know those normally like 6-foot sections, or how they build those?
So is it like 5 boards I need to take down? Is that what you're meaning by like take it back 5?
He said 5 feet, not 5 boards.
5 feet.
5 feet.
5 feet back.
Same
So you want
height,
me to take it all the way back?
Move it back 5 feet.
away from the street.
Towards your house, 5
Gotcha.
feet.
Gotcha. So from where it's at, go back 5 feet, just measure 5 feet back and then chop all
And the
that
end
off.
of the fence will be 5 feet from where it is now.
Okay,
Okay.
I can do that. And that's all? I can leave the rest up?
If we approve it, yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Okay, does anyone in the audience care to address this item, item 6? Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
Make the motion, Mr. Prince, come on.
I'd like to make a motion that they construct or to approve, with the exception of the last 5 feet by the street needs to be removed.
Okay, everybody got that?
Second.
Second? Who did that? Bart, was that you?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
The motion is move the fence back 5 feet, leave it the same height. All those in favor, raise your hand. Thank you. All right, you got it, you know what to do.
Thank you. Can I just take the chainsaw to it?
No.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
No, it's gotta look good. I mean,
Yeah.
you could cut it down and grind it up, but no.
Mr. Masters out there, he's good with that. He can do it.
Okay, gosh, we're having a good time. All right, item number 7 by Darren Harrington Sr., requesting a special exception for a mobile home 600 feet west of Charlie Brazel Place.
Correct.
Yeah, speak into the microphone.
I said that's correct.
Okay,
Yes.
and your name is what?
Devon Harrington.
Devon Harrington.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? And I would like the approval for it. It's not a mobile home site. It's not on my land.
Okay.
And
You're on a half-acre parcel out there. All right.
Do you own this property?
yes, land. Yes.
And is there anything behind where the mobile home would be?
Say it again. Speak up a little louder.
Is there anything behind where the mobile home would be?
No.
Okay, so below that where the road is, nothing is to the right of that? Okay.
No.
How many feet would you say you are off the property line? How many feet would you say you are off of the property line?
About 20 something, I would say.
Could you move that mobile home further into the property?
Yes.
Away from, say, 100 feet, maybe?
Yes, I think.
It's like 30 yards, something like that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's all I have.
Okay. Is there anyone in the audience that care to address this item?
Oh, we do have, let me ask you, I do have one more question for them. Is this
Okay.
for your living purposes only, not rental purposes? It's for your living?
Yes.
You're going to live there?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's all.
Okay. Sir, you want to speak?
Excuse me.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Jeff Russell. So first I want to start off and talk about the...
Tell us where you live.
Oh, I live in 5630 Siena Circle. But this plot of land here is where my mother lived at. And what I was going to talk about, the whole area of Charlie Brown's Place, being that I'm descendant from Charlie Brown's Place. And my grandfather, Walter Mallory, sold this individual land to another person. I forgot his name, but it was back in the early 80s. And when I'm talking about my grandfather grew his own crops, had his own mule and pasture, and it was a large plot of land, which you can see. And back then, where this individual had this mobile home at, the land was sold to my grandfather sold that land to his friend, and that land was used for to grow agriculture. He had his own crops there. He had his own just different crops he was growing there. And as time passed and people passed away, that's where these individuals came in and bought the land. And when this individual bought the land, to have residential zoning for a home, you're supposed to have pre-approval for the land. You just can't move a mobile home out to a land without being pre-approved for the land for some place. Or you gotta have something established somewhere, a home where somebody lives in. So this individual didn't have that. So that's what he's here for now, to get approved for that. But my thing, I'm contesting whatever. The land was never used for a residential area. This land was used for agriculture. As you see the large plot of land there, it was used for.
Sir,
it was
sir,
a house.
let me stop you. There's houses all around this property.
Yes, but look, if we was to look to see where the individual has that mobile home area,
I understand, but there's homes all around it. I mean,
understand what I'm trying to tell you. Where the plantation road at, there is a whole area that was my grandparents' land.
I get it, but I mean, if you didn't want this to turn into something else, you should have bought it.
Yeah, but you see, the origins of the land was never used for a residential part, a land, whatever. Just go ahead.
This land is zoned Agro 2.
Yes.
AGR 2. And that zoning allows for residential use of that land. You can use it for agriculture, but you can build a house on it too. Is that right?
My understanding of the issue when we met was not necessarily the use of the land, but the question of whether there was an access easement. The applicants have a deed which shows an access easement on it, but the speaker has a deed which doesn't show an access easement on it. We reached out to our legal department to try and get an answer in this, and we haven't been given an answer yet. But my understanding was you were disputing the access easement, not the use of the land for a house, because as you know, you need access to a plot of land. And my understanding was the issue was you were disputing the access easement.
Also, also the access easement.
Right.
Also, just having a plot of land, what they're trying to use it for.
He has to be able to access the property. You have to have access to.
Yes, the applicant's deed shows an access easement, but the speaker's deed does not show an access easement, and we were trying to establish with legal how we deal with this dispute, because the speaker owns the large tract of land over which the blue line runs. And this is the issue we had at the moment. We couldn't tell if there was a legally established access easement or not, because there's this dispute over whether there is or there isn't. So, we would have preferred some time to try and figure out exactly whether there is an access easement to that property or not.
Okay, and Mr. Harrington has something that shows an easement?
Yes.
And you have what?
So the original deed that my grandfather had, it didn't show no access easement used for that particular land. So I don't know what this individual here came up with, but the deed that I provided them, the true deed from my grandfather signed for the land that he had, didn't show no easement on the land.
Okay, this is a legal question, and you can't solve it yet?
No, because this only came up maybe last week when he came in to speak with us. We have sent the 2 deeds to the legal department for review for their opinion,
Yeah.
but we haven't had an opinion yet.
Well, can't we go ahead and at least rule on it, and then if he doesn't have access, then it becomes really null and void at that point, or they work out an access at another date?
I mean, the petitioner does have access. I mean, so that's not in dispute, is it, Warren?
What's in dispute is there are 2 different deeds and 2 different, obviously, parties, one of which says, yes, there is access and here's the deed to prove it, and the other one says, no, there's no access and here's the deed to prove it.
But Warren, those are 2 different properties. This man is not, he doesn't own this property.
Yeah.
No.
Excuse me. Excuse me. When I went to my lawyer and I did the survey and everything on it, the first thing I asked her was this property had an access easement. And I asked her, are you sure, ma'am? She said, I'm absolutely positive. You have a 20-foot easement. And I do have that on my paper.
Well, you have what kind of easement you said?
A 20-foot access.
20-foot easement, okay.
Okay, but
Is that what you said?
But the easement is not before us. Only thing that is before us is whether or not he can put a mobile home out there, right?
The problem is you can't use a piece of land to live on if you don't have any access to it.
Well, this should have been postponed before it ever even got to us then.
All right.
I mean,
If he has a recorded access, I don't see what the issue is.
Mr. Harrington says that his attorney told him that he has access to this property.
But can I say something? But the origin of the deed that we have for the whole entire property doesn't show an access easement.
I understand that. You need to talk to his attorney because she told him that he's got access to it. We don't decide access to questions like that.
But it had to be recorded, or he couldn't have confirmed it. The access would have had to have been confirmed.
Yeah, okay.
Is that mobile home there
so
already?
So these 2 issues are totally separate.
Right.
Mobile home's already there.
Yeah, I mean.
The thing that the problem that we're having here is a large plot of land in which within this individual had purchased, in which is the origins of it didn't show anything about an access easement. My granddad, when he sold the land to his friend, it was a mutual handshake agreement with nothing dealing with an access easement.
I understand. But, again, the attorney has found a recorded easement to his property. And our only question here is to allow a mobile home on that property. Yeah, I see it. And is there anything there now?
The mobile home is there.
Its mobile home is there, so you're just asking for forgiveness. Okay, I understand. All right. Does everybody understand? All we're doing is okaying a mobile home on this property or not.
And then if later they come back and say he doesn't have easement, then they could make him remove the...
Yeah, but this is the thing about it.
Sir, we're discussing this right now. Just a minute, okay? Is that right?
And your deed has been recorded, Mr. Harrington, right? You have a recorded deed, right? Okay.
Yes.
You have a recorded deed.
All right. Okay. That's all we need to know.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion about the mobile home. Oh, wait, does anyone else want to speak on this? That's why you're here. Okay. Anyone else? All right. I'll entertain a motion about the mobile home.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Motion to approve is second. All those in favor of the motion, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you're approved. Thank you. Sir, I'm sorry about your granddaddy's land. I've been through it with other people.
So, I just got a question about when you approved the mobile home as a dwelling for him to live on, or because what's the motion about?
That they can have a mobile home on the property.
I mean, was she
If you can show otherwise that the access is not legitimate, then that'd be a legal question, that'd be a legal issue between y'all.
That's my whole thing I was talking to him about.
Yeah, but that's something that that's not the city's position to sort out your private property owner's legal issues. That's something you'll need to consult.
You really don't even have any standing in this, because you don't even own the property. You have nothing. You didn't sell the property. You don't own it. You have really no relationship with this other party to even bring the argument.
Well, I do have a relationship because he asking for an easement on the land that I have.
Excuse me?
He's asking for an easement on the land that I have, and I own.
That's your land right there?
Yes.
You own this land?
Yes.
You don't own the land where the mobile home will be?
No, just the surrounding area, that's what I own.
Okay.
What is considered the surrounding area?
The surrounding area is approximately like 10 acres.
So you own all these houses and all this land?
No, it's a section off land. It's section off, but that surrounding area.
Show me. Can y'all put that on there?
Hold it. This issue has been decided. Thank you for your time. We are done here on this issue. All right? Understand? Thank you. Let's go to item number 8.
It's 9, isn't it?
I'm just curious. I just want to see it.
Ask him later. Ask him after class. Robin Sellers.
Well, not technically Robin Sellers. She could not make it today.
Okay.
So I'm John Masters.
John Masters, okay.
Tell us who you're with, John.
I'm with Moore Company Realty. I represent the property owner and also the buyers of potential buyers of the property.
Okay. And you want to, what? Establish a church at 2426 Spruce Street in a B2 zoning district?
Correct.
Okay. And your hours will, I'm reading from what was filed. Your hours will be 4 to 6 on Saturday and a regular service 9:30 to 1 on Sunday and during the week to some extent. All right. And this is an Orthodox church, so some of the calendar may be different.
Yes, sir.
I got you. All right. 30 members for Sunday, approximately 15 members for Saturday, 20 parking spaces, which exceeds the required 6 spaces. All right. And you're on Spruce Street, which intersects Ann Street down there by I-85. Okie dokie. What is this building now?
Right now, it's King Cotton. Yeah.
It's what?
King Cotton Steel
Fabric.
Oh, okay. It's been there a long time.
A long time, yes.
Yeah, I got you. Been there a long time. My wife used to buy fabric there. All right. Will you be doing any kind of, will you have a school there of any kind?
No, not any like K-12. We have a Sunday school program.
Sunday school.
Right, but that's the only sorts of.
That's the only thing.
No daycare or anything like that? Okay.
No, sir.
All right. And you told us your services in there. Okay. All right. Does anyone here care to address this item? Does the board have any more questions? I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your hand. It's approved. Thank you very much. Good luck to you. Hope it works out.
Thank you, guys. Thanks much.
Okie dokie, moving right along.
Y'all getting somewhere.
Where are we?
Number 9.
Number 9. Item number 9. All right. Okay. I'm on number 10. I got to get right here. Tell us your name and your address.
Luis Feliciano, and she's the owner, Myra.
What is your address?
It's 131 Rotary Street.
Okay. And you want to do what?
There is a 8-foot fence on Broadway Drive, and I'm just trying to see if you guys approve it or not. If not, I gotta cut it down to 6 feet.
Maintain an 8-foot privacy fence that comes to the street side property on Brockway Drive. 3 feet is allowed and a 30-foot street side yard setback is required.
There's no sidewalks that it interferes with. There's no.
Yep. Okay.
The issue was with the Montgomery Zoo, that's right next to it. There is elevator ride on a cable ride, and people is there all day. And anytime we go and work on the property, they'll be waving and hollering at us. So I don't know. I mean, it don't matter if I gotta cut it down, I cut it down. But they told me if maybe you guys would approve it.
Where do you park? Where's your driveway?
The driveway, it's on Roger Street, right on the side of the house. It's the corner lot.
Do you just park in the grass, or? I don't see a driveway.
There's nobody living there.
There's no driveway. You just have to park on the side street.
There is a driveway right on the side of the house, but it's under the
Oh, it's under that tree, and we just can't see it. Okay.
It's covered by grass right now, but I mean the driveway is
Okay.
there.
Okay. So there's no fence there.
Yeah, there is no fence. It's only.
Okay. It's just on the side.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just an 8-foot fence on Broadway. Right.
All right, so the question is, do we want to allow another privacy fence that is a 5-foot height variance, makes it 8 feet tall? Is it 8 feet tall?
It's 8 feet tall.
Okay.
Okay.
And a 30 feet street side yard variance. Okay, does anyone here care to address this item?
Jim. Do you have any complaints?
No, there is nobody living around the area.
That's all I want to have.
All right, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
All right, Mr. Prince has a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second? Okay.
Is anybody in the audience? Anybody?
Well, I asked that,
You did?
nobody
Oh,
said.
okay. Okay, sorry. I lost track there.
Well, I do too. Okay, motion to approve and a second. All those in favor, raise your hand. Okay, you're approved.
Thanks, sir.
I just saw there was 2 parties still sitting.
The fence is allowed, yeah. All righty, we're in a beautiful mood today. Okay.
Down to the wire.
Item 10,
Amen.
Ursula Critton.
Hello.
Hello.
My name's Ursula Critton. My address is 256 Adams Road, Hopewell.
Okay.
And
And you own a mobile home for living purposes on the east side of Adams Road,
yes, sir.
down around McLean School in an Agri 1 district. Okay. Okay. Set back at least 50 feet as required by zoning. All right, you just have to get approval for a mobile home. And that is down there, McLean Road, Highway 31. All right. All right.
Right in the middle. That's good.
Anyone have any questions?
Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, shouldn't be. Do you know they're building solar farms down there?
It's all up and down the road.
Yeah, I understand.
Hope they buy you out.
Okay, does anyone here care to address this item? Hearing nothing, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve? Is there?
Second.
Second. I think Mr. Prince said it first, it's a second.
Yes,
All
sir.
those in favor, raise your hand.
Thank you.
All good? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bart, are you in favor of this? Okay, I'm not paying attention.
Look out.
Motion carries. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. You have a good night.
You too. And now we're to item 11.
Yes, sir.
Man alive. A Board of Adjustment is hereby established, which shall consist of 9 members. This should have been amended a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Demonstrated education, training, and experience in the fields of urban planning, engineering, architecture, law, construction, land development, land management, or real estate. Very little of that fits me. I don't know if I know, but some of y'all have lots of experience. Okay, no action required. We're just finding out about it.
Yeah, it's really just to see if you have any comments. We have added the qualification requirement to all our boards, the Architectural Review Board, the Historic Preservation Commission, the Planning Commission, and now the Board of Adjustment. And this wouldn't necessarily prevent you from sitting on the board because you know, you have a number of years experience in sitting there. This is really just to make sure that we don't have people on our boards who are really have no idea about what the boards do. So, you know, I would suggest that you have demonstrated experience by sitting on the board. So this isn't intended to preclude people, it's just to make sure that the people that sit on our boards have the knowledge to make the decisions that they make. Ultimately, because this is a change to the Code of Ordinances, it would go to Planning Commission for a recommendation, and ultimately it would have to go to City Council for final approval. But we felt obviously that as a matter of courtesy, we should present it to you, see if you have any comments, which we'll present to the Planning Commission and which will then be presented to the Council.
You may need to change the section below the red because it still only accounts for 5 members, where it talks about 1 member appointed for a term of 3 years, 2 members for 2 years,
Yeah,
and 2 members for 1 year.
That's when it was first established.
Yes, that was a question I had. That was really just for the initial years of establishment. So when the board was, when you were first established, 1 member was appointed for 3 years, 2 members for 2 years, 2 members for 1 year. Thereafter, each member appointed shall serve for a term of 3 years. That did confuse me as well. The question really is,
It probably just needs to be rewritten.
does that have any relevance still?
It doesn't.
So, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it probably needs to be rewritten.
Yeah.
Or it
To
needs
cover 9 members, I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Or maybe put in parentheses and say this was an initial requirement, we're way past in the year 19 whenever.
Yeah, so either remove or clarify it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question. If someone is a new member appointed to this board or any other, do they have to meet these requirements?
Yes.
Okay. Are they going to take a test or what's going to happen?
No. Applications will just be submitted in the normal manner, and the council member will obviously make the nomination, as happens at the moment. But really at the moment, we could have someone applying for any of our boards who has no experience in land use. No, you know, this is just to make sure that the people on the boards are giving, because of the decisions you make, that they're based on relevant experience or qualifications or training. You all have gone through, I believe, certain training as well. We've got the CAPSO training come up, I believe you've been invited to. So this is just something that I believe was mentioned as part of the new zoning code, that, you know, it would be good if we had qualifications. The ARB and the HPC already had it in there. We added it to the Planning Commission. And it's really just to ensure consistency and experience on our boards.
Gotcha. Thank you. All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those in favor of adjourning? Aye. Get up and leave. Thank you very much.